guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the cancerous culture of trans. And I say cancerous because it's cancerous. Yesterday I came out with a video about why I left NCAT, North Carolina Institute University, and I posted it on my Instagram. A lot of people kind of were like sliding up and wanted to give their opinions too. And a lot of people were saying the same thing, believe it or not. And so I just wanted to make this video to talk about everything in detail. So let's get into it. First things first, I know that we are all different and none of us are the same. And we're drowning, you know, we're trying to swim and find our way, but it's like no matter what we do, we conform. And by conform, I mean not really speaking your mind. Like, there's no way everyone in the world agrees on one thing, but people often will agree with other people to avoid being disliked. People wear the exact same clothes, like the exact same outfits, going somewhere where people dress up a lot. It looks the same. Oftentimes, it's the exact same pieces of clothing that they're wearing, the same jewelry, the same tattoos. Everything is the same, and it literally becomes your personality. That to me is cancerous to us as a society. I can't speak for the men, but I can say for at least me as a woman, it's cancerous as a woman. Because don't get me started on femininity and all of that, but one of the most beautiful things about femininity is that it's yours and nobody else really has it, because it's special to you. And everybody's like form of femininity is going to be different based off of who you are and what you like. One of the most beautiful and just really honestly like breathtaking things about being a human, you know, like compared to every other species, is that we can be different from each other, and that's a very beautiful thing in society. But I think what people don't understand is that when we start conforming, that gets actually scary to the people who are still being their authentic selves, because to them it's like they just can't find anybody authentic because everyone is conforming. And so eventually either that person is going to conform too, or it's gonna drive them crazy, which is what happened to me. It's a crazy experience to be somewhere and out of a lot of people, you're the only one who thinks differently. And I thought I was the only one. I thought that I genuinely was the only person who resonated with these ideals, and yesterday I found out that I wasn't. And so I had to make this video. Every single person on this earth is given a gift by God. It can be whoever you see as God. It can be whoever you want to think as God. If you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in anything like that, think of it simply as your gift. And don't sit here and tell me that you don't have a gift, because everybody does. I think people are missing the step of finding the gift first. I think a lot of times as a younger generation, when we're growing up and we're searching for ourselves, we also search for that in other people. And if we see the same thing, you know, all around us, ultimately we might become that ourselves subconsciously, just being that we're young, our brain isn't fully developed, and we don't know 100% who we are yet. And you might think you know who you are, but there are things that's gonna happen to you in life that's gonna test you, and you're gonna find out who you are by not doing things that are trying to get you to find out who you are. Like, you're just gonna find it out because it's things that you don't realize that you're doing that makes it who you are. And that's a whole confusing construct within itself. But the truth to knowing yourself and loving yourself and understanding yourself and being you authentically and truly is knowing who you are. Knowing who you are, knowing how special you are, how unique you are. I think I'll also say that I was blessed enough to experience life, I think, just a different way that the average person my age has experienced. And I have met a lot of different people. And although some people I don't like, some people I do like, I respect and love everyone still for their differences. What I don't respect or what I don't really like is people who conform. Do not ever lie to yourself about who you are. If you don't know who you are, do things to go in a deep dive within yourself to figure out who you are. Love all the things that make you you. You can't be anybody else but you. And a lot of things about the ways you act, you can't even control. Like, I realized when I got into a committed relationship with somebody, all of the kind of problems that I have stemming from the way I was raised and the way my parents kind of handled situations with me. It gave me some traits that are not too favorable in my opinion, and I didn't even realize that I had those traits until they were tested. And then I was like, damn, I can't even fix that about myself. But I didn't even know that that was a problem within myself until situations like that happened. Another thing with that is you don't have to make the change for anybody else. If you're making it for somebody else, don't. Make it for you and be you, who you are authentically, who you are in your own individuality. Someone is gonna like you for that, but you have to like yourself first. A really big thing about self-love, it's not just like taking a hygiene shower or using a body scrub or using a face mask and like a hair mask one night and doing your nails. Like, that's not self-love. That's self-care, and that's like pampering and stuff, but that's not love. Like, if you want to actually love yourself, you need to know yourself, you need to forgive yourself, you need to be proud of yourself, you need to give yourself grace, and you have to be yourself. Not being yourself is like being ungrateful for all the things that you actually are. Think of someone in your mind that you think is very talented, they're very beautiful, maybe something about them you just like, something that you admire, and they did everything in their power to hide that from the world. And they were like, I don't want the world to know I actually have brown eyes instead of blue eyes, or I don't want the world to know that I am an artist because I don't think my art is that good and I'm not comfortable publishing it or showing people, or I'm a good singer and I heard you sing once and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a good singer. And the girl's like, girl, no, I would never sing in front of anybody. And you're like, oh my God, like, you have such a gift. Why wouldn't you share it with the world? That's literally everyone. And we all have something inside of ourselves that we don't fully show to the world because of the fear of not being accepted, not only by other people, but by yourself. It starts with understanding why you feel the way you feel about the things you don't like about yourself. Once you figure that out, then you can like those things and become those things, be those things happily, unforgivably, be those things with no sorrow, like completely being yourself. And I promise you, the world is gonna love you for you. I promise you, but you have to love you first and know who you are as well. So yeah, I guess this video is about trans and self-love, how to love yourself, I guess. If you guys would like me to go more in depth on like self-love and stuff like that, I have been on a long journey of self-love, and it took me a very long time to understand some things that I still don't even know how to explain properly. So I'll try to do better in the next one if I'm not the best at explaining. But yeah, guys, please just be yourself. Please just be all that you are. If you guys like this video, you already know, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, then it's okay. You can give it a thumbs down if you don't like it. It's fine. You know, leave a comment. Tell me some things you guys might want me to like talk about. always looking for ideas. I love to talk. So please put some stuff in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye.